And the next topic is automated storage and retrieval system, that is ASRS. In this, to know the storage system performance, there are various measures to assess this performance of storage system. In this, the first one is storage capacity. This storage capacity can be defined in two ways. The first one is simply the total volumetric space available to store the material, that is storage capacity. And the second one is defined as the total number of storage compartments in the system available for holding items or loads. That is called as storage capacity. This storage capacity uses a unit load principle to standardize the storage in storage systems. The number of unit loads that may be stored in a convenient metric can be easily captured. That is of storage capacity. Next is storage density. This storage density is defined as the volumetric space available for actual storage relative to the volumetric space in the storage facility. What the actual space you have and what actually the storage facility provide. That is called as storage density. Next one is accessibility. Defined as the capability to access any desired item or load stored in a system. That is called as accessibility. Density often has inverse relationship with this accessibility to the storage facility. And next one is throughput. It is defined as the hourly rate at which the storage system receives and puts the loads into the storage and also retrieves and delivers the load to the output station. It is called as system throughput. This storage system must design to meet the maximum throughput requirements, as variation in the levels of throughput should be expected throughout the working day. And next one is utilization. In addition to these four, the standard measures for machinized or automated systems are utilization and reliability. Utilization means the portion of time that the system is actually being used to perform storage and retrieval operation compared with the time that is available. That is called as utilization. This utilization is used in machinized and automated storage system analysis, and the desirable utilization pattern ranges between 80 to 90%. And last one is reliability. This is defined as the portion of time that the system is capable of operating compared to the normal scheduled shift hours. The total time the system is capable of operating is called as availability. And the last one is availability. It is defined as the portion of time that system is capable of operating compared with normal scheduled shift hours. When the system breakdown takes place, the downtime in the system includes computer failure, mechanical failure, jams, improper maintenance, etc. These are some system performances which is used to assess the measures of storage system. Next, the different components which are used in ASRS. In automated storage and retrieval system, the first component is the storage structures. These storage structures consist of racks framework used to support loads contained in ASRS. These are fabricated using steel which have sufficient strength and toughness to support ASRS loads. And the second component is SR machine. This SR machine means storage retrieval machines. This is used to accomplish the storage transaction, both delivering loads to the storage and retrieving the loads as required. This SR machine must be able to move horizontally as well as vertically with load along the front of the rack structures. The vertical motion, all of which attached to the base with wheels for horizontal motion along the rail system that transfer the storage aside. A parallel line at the top of the storage structure ensures the alignment of carriage with the rack structure. And the next component is storage module. The unit load containers of stored material including pallets, steel wires, baskets and containers. These storage modules are standardized in size so that it can handled easily by the carriage of SR machines. It also fits the storage compartments of the rack structures. These are called as storage modules. And last one is pickup and drop or pickup and deposit stations. This where loads are transferred in and out of ASRS. It is generally found at agile and of convenient access of external handling environment. The two functions may be divided into pickup function occur at one end and deposit function that may happen at other end. Alternatively, they may be combined at just one agile end depending on the layout of ASRS. The pickup and deposit station must be compatible with the both SR machine used and the external handling system in place. These are some components of AS, and next one is the different types of this ASRS. First one is unit load ASRS. The large automated system designed to handle the unit loads stored in pallets or containers. This computer controlled with automated SR customized for unit load. The variations of this is initial time. And the second one is deep line ASRS. High density unit load storage system used for large quantities of stack is called as deep line ASRS. And mini load ASRS. As the name tells, it is used to handle smaller loads that contained in bins or drawers in storage systems. Man on board ASRS. As the name tells, one human operator rides on the carriage of SR machines so that it allows the manual retrieval of items directly from storage location. This allows for increase in system throughput. Next one is automated item retrieval systems. The functionality is same or similar to mini load ASRS, but the item stored in lanes rather than bins or drawers. When an item is retrieved, it is pushed from its storage position so that it drops onto the conveyor directly for delivery to the pickup station. And last one, vertical lift storage module, VLSM. It is also known as vertical lift automated storage and retrieval systems. Here the same principle as the ASRS types are followed, except that instead of horizontal agile, the agile is vertical. That means the SR machines will move vertical. These are some different types of automated storage and retrieval system. And another types of storage systems are there that are called as carousel systems. This carousel system is one of with a series of bins and baskets suspended over the chain conveyor that revolves around a long oval rail system. The chain conveyor position the bins and baskets at the load and unload station at each end of the whole system being operated by human worker positioned at the loading and unloading station. In this also we have two types, horizontal carousel and vertical carousel. In horizontal carousel, the welded steel frames from the oval rail system, which can be either mounted overhead or from the below. In the top driven structure, the motorized pulley system drives the overhead pulley attached with the suspended bins. This move horizontally and move towards the operator at the loading and unloading stations. And vertical carousels, here the operator around the vertical conveyor loop, the operator, it has a limited floor space than the horizontal carousel system, but the space in a vertical plane, which means that they can be limited by size, building that house there. Because of this storage capacity, in general lower vertical carousels used maximum than the horizontal control systems. And some of the applications of these carousel systems. There are lot of applications. The first one is storage and retrieval system. Here the baskets or bins which can store the maximum number of goods compared to ASRS. And the operator will be at the one end. He will operate at loading and unloading station. So the applications in carousel system are more compared to ASRS. In this type, the first application is the storage and retrieval operations. As I told you, the storage and retrieval will be done at the one end, where the operator will standing at the loading and unloading stations. Particularly when individual item must be selected from the group of items in storage system, these operations will be used. And second one is transport and accumulation. In this type, the transport of sort of materials as they are stored. Next one is work in process, whereby they complete the automated storage and retrievals from the application where work in process is temporarily stored. And last one is specialized uses. For example, the use of carousels during the electrical testing of products, such that the carousel used to store the item during the test for a specified period of time. These are some applications of carousel systems.